am going to talk about referral agreements today. So I am going to link this Google Doc in this post, but this is the master copy of our referral agreement. It's in a Google Doc to make it easy for you to fill out. So first thing you need to do is not use our master copy. So you come over here and to file, make a copy, and just make a copy for yourself. And save it to your drive or whatever. So once you do that, you have your copy. I'm a little slow today. So then you just fill out the form. Real basic. Usually referral agreements are filled out by the referring brokerage, meaning you have a lead that you're sending to a broker, to another broker as a referral. So, you know, if you have a seller that you're working with here and they're moving to Houston, you are going to refer them to a broker in Houston. So you fill out your name here under the referring brokerage because that's you, or that's Spyglass and you. And then you would put the agent that you are referring them to here. If it's the other way around, obviously flip-flop. You can use this form either way, whether you're referring a customer or if you're receiving a referral. Like if somebody calls you from Houston and says, I have a seller and they're moving to Austin and I'm going to send them to you, and they say, can you send me a referral agreement? You can do that. But that's, for the most part, the referring agent will be completing the referral form. That's how that works. So obviously you put in the, you know, Spyglass, our license number, which is 5888051. But I have all these defaulted to fill in blue. You fill in your name, mailing address, the Spyglass tax ID, which I'll also link here in this post, and then all the information for the broker you're sending it to. Then the client information. If you haven't had this signed yet, a lot of times I just put the name, you know, and I tell them, you know, once I get this back signed, I will send you their contact information. And then of course you select whether it's for buying or selling and what your fee is going to be, 30%, you know, whatever it is that you guys decide on. And then of course everybody signs and dates. You can sign this form for your own referral clients. So once you have that, you can PDF it and put it in AuthentiSign and send it out to sign. So that's the form. So say you've received a referral and say you sent a referral, you referred someone, and now it's time, and they bought a house, you know, your seller went and moved to Houston, they bought a house with another broker in Houston, and it's their closing time there, and it's time for them to send you that payment that y'all agreed upon in that referral agreement. When hopefully you know about it, hopefully the agent, you know, lets you know about the closing and the payment amount and everything before it comes. That way you can come in to Transactify and enter it. If we receive it and we call you, then you can come back in and enter it after the fact. Either way. But what you're going to do is you're going to want to go to New Transaction, and you're going to want to enter this as either a landlord or tenant representation. But all referrals need to be entered as lease transaction, and that's because this production doesn't count towards your sales volume. So, and it really doesn't matter either one. It just has to be a landlord or a tenant representation. And we have to do that so that we can account for the money that's being paid to you, but not the sales volume. So just change the status to lease report, because as soon as you fill all this in, we can be ready to pay you your split upon um, upon receiving the payment. So same as before, you'll enter all the client information, enter the street address of, you know, whatever the property is, and then come in. It doesn't really matter what you put as the list price, because all we're worried about is the gross commission that's being received. So if you, and this doesn't count towards your sales volume. So if it was a $500,000 house and the other broker earned, you know, a total of a $15,000 commission, and you were getting 25%, so you'd be getting a payment of $37.50. If you want to put $37.50 right here, totally fine. You can come over to commission and then put 100%, because that's just the total gross commission that's coming in. Then you come over here and put your split, whatever your personal split level is, and it'll split. There is no transaction fee for a referral payment, because we didn't take on the liability of the deal. So all it is here is your you know, SOI split. So but you do want to track like your source and everything, and then just click create transaction, and that will again create a lease report. When we receive that money, we'll go in there. Angel will arrange to pay that money out to you, either by bank transfer or a check. She'll be in touch with you about that. That's how you handle those leases. I'm sorry, not leases, referral payments.